What's going on, guys? It's Trevor here with another episode of The Average Millennial. Well, I made it back after another 6 months of doing nothing, but decided to come out of retirement because Bitcoin, from the last couple of videos from like 6 months ago, is finally, halfway to 100,000. I mean, last time we recorded it was around 10,000, which, hey, if you would have taken my advice, my 30 viewers, you guys are sitting just fine. In other news, Dogecoin, which is, crypto for beginners, went from less than a half cent up to 40 cents. Now, I'm here to advise you against that, but hey, I'm just a guy on the internet. Don't take any of my advice, as financial advice. Don't sue me, So as you may have noticed, my surroundings have changed. I'm not in my office. I've, decided to record in my guitar room, but I don't know how I like this. This weird stereo desk doesn't really work that well. It makes me look really tall. This chair is just a lawn chair, basically. So we'll probably be swapping around different scenes as videos go on. I plan on releasing videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and still keeping this just a personal finance channel, keeping Mondays as a Crypto Monday. So let's get started with the video, and first I'd like to say that if you would have invested your stimulus checks into Bitcoin, if you could have done it that way, you would be at $12,356, and that's with Bitcoin trading currently at $55,250-ish, give or take, which is kind of an amazing return. And I wish I would have probably invested more into Bitcoin with the stimulus, but can't win them all. The kicker is that if you would have put all your money into Dogecoin, you'd be at about $150,000, which is ridiculous. But once again, you can't win them all. We are 342 days into this halving cycle, with 1,111 days until the next cycle, in which where Bitcoin will go from 6.25 to 3.125 Bitcoin produced a day, per block, which is interesting because according to the stock to flow model, this will send Bitcoin up to $1 million, which, as this cycle has played out and is currently playing out, is very plausible and I think is very realistic, but not too much hopium in that. So let's dive right on into what the whole thumbnail and title of the video is Dogecoin is going to zero. Okay, it might not actually go to zero, but the fact that it went from 0 cents to 40 cents, 0.005 cents, and now it's ranked up there towards Cardano, Polkadot, Ethereum, with a $50 billion market cap, approaching these projects in which have a full-blown operating ecosystem. It is ridiculous to think that having it go up 4,000% is sustainable. Although I love the funny yellow dog, the meme coin is just that, a meme coin. And the fact that Slim Jim came out with that tomorrow is Doge Day 420 on 420, which is funny. If I would have known better, I would have invested just because of that. It is also pumping the price, but I think tomorrow is going to be a sell the news day in which Dogecoin dumps, because everybody is hyped up the whole 420 day, which is still pretty funny. Although I will probably not put any money into it in the next few weeks or anything, probably in the next bear market I might dip a little bit into it, because history will repeat itself. It is the intro coin into crypto, and it is decent to get new coiners into the space. That's how we have mass adoption with people going into Bitcoin. Once you find Dogecoin, you find Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other decent projects. So this past weekend was a very turbulent weekend, with the whole hype of the Coinbase IPO. Bitcoin was approaching 62,500-ish and just fluctuated all throughout there. And once this weekend hit, there was alleged power outages in China, which dropped the hash rate, which sent the price down about 12.5%, which was probably one of the bigger candles in which, $10,000 candles in which Bitcoin has seen since February, and along that with history. Not the biggest drop, but biggest monetary drop, which, if you didn't buy the dip, this was a great buying the dip opportunity. There's a lot of FUD out there about the US wanting to fine people for money laundering with Bitcoin, the big banks, which it's funny because money laundering with the US dollar is a lot easier than money laundering with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is an open public ledger and you can see every transaction in which is done pseudo-anonymously, which is great because, it's more secure than the US dollar, and, you still have that lack of government control on it. Thankfully, from its low of 51,300, it rebounded up to about 57,000, and now is retraced back to the 50-day moving average, which works out nicely because if we can get a bounce above this, we could easily see, back to $60,000-$70,000 in the next few weeks. We are approaching earnings season, in which companies report their earnings, where they may announce if they have added Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Although not a big company, on Twitter, crypto Twitter the other day, I read where Winnipeg Sauna allocated 100% of its cash reserves to Bitcoin, which is very fascinating because, although a small company, it's getting a lot of attention in the crypto space that this one company allocated 100% of their cash reserves to Bitcoin, which is great because, they understand how it works. If you need the money, you can always take a loan from your crypto as a crypto-backed loan using companies such as BlockFi. It is rumored that Walmart has bought $1 billion of Bitcoin, which would be very interesting because, like Elon Musk, he bought 1 billion. Michael Saylor's probably he bought a lot of Bitcoin. He's almost at 100,000 Bitcoin total. But I think we'll definitely be hearing something more, as time goes on. So here are my final thoughts, and I think we could see $100,000 Bitcoin by June. I mean, if you look at the weekly chart, for you technical analysis people out, I could kind of see where we might be in a bull flag going up, and we're just in a weird consolidation area, trapped between two supports and resistance. So if we ever get a breakout, I think we could definitely see $100,000, and there will be a lot of resistance at $100,000 where people will take profit. Eventually, this market will come to an end. I see us topping out at $300,000 around September, October-ish. And even if we were to take an 80% retracement like we did in previous markets, that would have us going down back to the $60,000 level, in which we have an enormous amount of support for the last, that we've had for the last 2 months, because, it's where we're consolidating. So it'd be interesting to see if we could use this as support in the next bear market, which would be great because that'd be the buying opportunity. Because if you could get into Bitcoin at 60,000 before it goes to million, that's that's a solid 20x gain. Overall, I do not see Dogecoin going to $1. It could hit $1, but I don't see it happening. That would put a valuation of it around $150 billion, which is ridiculous. That's right there at Ethereum. But hey, who knows? 420 may surprise us. Thank you for stopping by, and remember, 100 subscribers, I get a microphone. 1,000 subscribers, I might hire a video editor. I got one in mind. Check out my links in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out BlockFi, where you can get 8.6% interest on your stablecoin and 6% interest on your Bitcoin. Get your free stock on Robinhood in the referral link down below, and get some free crypto on Coinbase. Until next time, bye-bye.